This is a story of how a simple phone setting changed my life. I've always sort of been a phone addict. So far, this has been my greatest struggle when it comes to productivity and getting things done. Whether I'm getting out of bed or hitting the gym or even while I'm working sometimes, it just feels like a part of my mind is just constantly thinking about my phone. After listening to some gurus, I decided enough was enough. But even after trying several different techniques, I still felt like a part of me was still craving that little dopamine-filled box. That was until I finally figured out the secret. Greyscale. Yup, Greyscale. A freaking app setting is what worked. I literally put my phone in a safe last week and it still somehow ended up in my hand. But a phone setting is what worked. I feel like sometimes we overcomplicate answers that are just so simple. For those who don't know, there's a setting on your phone that will turn everything on it into black and white. In order to do this on an iPhone, simply go to your settings, type in color filters, go to display and text size, and then turn on Greyscale. And voila, your phone is gray. I decided to test this out myself and turn my phone to Greyscale for 7 whole days. So in order to find out if this experiment is going to work, we're going to need some data and a form of measurement. And a really easy measurement that really anyone can use with an iPhone is screen time. So I'm going to pull up my screen time here, and last week's average was an average of 4 hours and 37 minutes per day. And that was 18 hours of social media throughout the week, which is just insane, just so much time wasted. And hopefully at the end of this week with the Greyscale, it'll be much lower than that, which is the goal. So I guess we'll see. So normally when I get out of bed, I usually just check my phone and something grabs my attention, and that leads to another thing, and sometimes that honestly leads to a whole cycle of just scrolling for about like half an hour to an hour, which is a fairly large part of my morning. But today I picked up my phone and I mean, all I saw was this, just boring stuff. It's just black and white, no dopamine triggered at all. I just put my phone down, grabbed my journal, and I was able to journal for a couple minutes and then just immediately hop out of bed. Way better than really any other day where bright colors would immediately give me this dopamine surge. So it's been a good morning, well, a good couple of minutes. So it's been a good couple of minutes and I'm already ready to tackle the day. Usually throughout my day, I usually check my phone every chance I get, whether it's a commercial on the TV or a couple minutes before work, but this is honestly just an awful habit. It is so important for you to have just dead space in your day, just time for you to think and be in the present moment. I felt a lot of this just being in this flow state that first day, and going to sleep that day was no trouble at all. So I woke up this morning and I immediately wanted to grab my phone. I kind of spent a couple minutes, like 20-30 minutes on Twitter, which is a long time if you do that on a daily basis. Just overall today, I've just wanted to have the urge to check my phone and go on Instagram Reels or just check out what everyone else is doing. But every time I do, it's like the black and white. It's just so, it's not fun. But I feel like an urge to get that dopamine. It feels like it's missing almost. So a little bit less of a productive day, more of a relapse. But we'll see how tomorrow and the rest of the week goes. So I think the rest of the week should go okay if today is kind of a lot. As the week went on, I became more and more used to Greyscale and actually staying off my phone. So this afternoon has actually been really nice and just really relaxing because I got home after the coffee shop and I could have just been on my phone and gone scrolling some more, but I went on and again, it's just so boring because everything's in black and white, so I actually decided to read. Overall, I just feel more relaxed and happier to be here, and it's just really nice. I'm currently reading The 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson. I cannot recommend it enough. It's so good, so insightful, just a whole new way of thinking. It's really good. Okay, so now to measure the results. It's actually been a couple weeks. I've just been taking some time off. But as you can see, the results are way lower. I think it's around 30%, a little skewed because of Sunday. I start my weeks on a Monday personally. I think the lesson to take from this is that there's just so much better things to do than scrolling or being on your phones. I mean, it was minus 10 hours on social media that following week, and that second week was just really good. It felt good to get work done, it felt good to be off my phone, and overall I was just a much happier person that week. So as always, thank you for watching. I definitely underestimated how much footage I needed for this video, so I'll try to do better on the next ones, but I hope you took some value from that and maybe something that you can apply to your life. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.